y'all, I'm back with another video. I thought we would do the No Mow May that we didn't get to do in the last video, and I also have a get to know you tag that I was tagged in by my friend Ashley, so I thought I would include that here at the end. So let's take a tour of the yard and see how we did for No Mow May and helped the bees. I had a whole bunch of these beautiful pink, I believe they're called pink phlox flowers in our yard at the beginning of May. They're all gone now, but they were covering the whole yard. So we definitely had those for the bees. And then all over the yard, I'm going to get down close because you can't really see it up high here. We've got a lot of clover. As you can see, there was a bee just on that clover. And then these pretty little yellow flowers on the clover. So that must be a different kind of clover. I'm not sure. Let me know if you know. Maybe I'll look it up and tag it in this, or write it up at the top of the screen here on this video. I have one of those apps where you can scan and identify a plant. So our yard has a ton of dandelions naturally. We did try to reduce them with some cornmeal last fall, but they are just, yeah, everywhere. As you can see the tops of them coming up. They're very persistent in this yard. And if you don't know, if you haven't heard or haven't watched my previous videos, we rent our house, so I don't have a lot of control over what I can do with the yard too much, but eventually I would like to, you know, I'm getting ads on my Instagram for that Sunday brand of yard care, and they had a spray that is safe for grass and it's non-toxic and it should kill broadleaf plants. So I thought about getting some of that and spraying that on the yard and seeing if that helped. But really what the yard needs is to have better, healthier grass, and then the dandelions wouldn't take over. But I've got to get rid of them, the majority of them first, before I can even start to improve the grass, because otherwise I will just be feeding the dandelions, which I know dandelions are helpful for you know, bees and everything as well. So I don't want to get rid of all of them. I would just like to reduce them because we have an excessive amount. So anyways, here we go, just continuing to look at all this. And the dirt you see there is my partner was edging the walkway here the other day. So anyways, yeah, it's not too exciting, the flowers we got. We're actually just about ready to start mowing here in just a minute, so that's why I wanted to film this and show you my grapes are coming in, so that's pretty exciting. We get really good grapes. They're like these little green table grapes, and they're really sweet and delicious every year. I didn't get this pruned back this last year, so it's a little overgrown, but it should be okay. The first year we moved in, they hadn't pruned it either, and it did just fine. So anyways, I'm gonna stop filming here and I'm gonna walk around and see if I find any other flowers of interest. Oh, my cat wants to say hi before I stop filming. Hello, say hi, Mittens. And yeah, I'll let you know here in a minute if I find any other interesting flowers from our No Mow May experiment. So I found these really pretty little blue flowers. Not sure what those are either, but let's see. I will try, like I said, to see if I can get my camera to focus. It's got this autofocus. I got one of the new Google 6 phones. Well, newish. And I like the camera, but sometimes it's a pain for the focus because it doesn't have a manual focus, or at least I don't know how to set it up. But I am a little technology impaired, if you will. Anyways, we'll find out what this flower is, and I'll try to link it at the top here. Ooh, at the top here as well for you. So I switched the setting on my phone, and I think you can see the flowers a little better here. They're really tiny, so it's hard to see, like, but they're really, really, really pretty. And from the side, they almost have like a little, I don't know what you call that. I should know, but I can't think of it right now. Kind of looks like lavender, how it comes up and blooms. So yeah, those are really pretty. I found one loan of that pink phlox flower left over that was all over the yard. So that's pretty exciting. Sorry about my shadow there. So these were all over the yard. The whole yard almost looked pink if you looked at it from afar. It was really cool. I hope they come back next year when we do Mow May again, because we'll definitely do this again. It really attracted a lot of bees to our yard, which I will show you here in a few as well. I found a whole patch of those little blue flowers here, whatever they are. So I thought I'd show you. There's a whole bunch of them. So I came out here to take photos of these to identify them, and I realized that these little blue flowers that have the whole patch over here is actually a different kind of flower. So that's pretty cool. They look very similar, but they're different. See, here's what I mean about the dandelions. As much as I love having dandelions for the bees, look at this. This is a size comparison for this dandelion. And this is my hand. It's massive. It's like, yeah. So definitely want to reduce the amount of those in the yard. So I'm gonna see if I can get up close enough for you to see. Oh, there was one. Hopefully you saw that. All the bees, they really like this bush I have, which I actually need to trim today. So I'm gonna try to figure out how I can trim it without affecting the bees too much, because they've definitely settled in to be around this bush. It's a really stinky plant. It doesn't smell good at all. Here we go. Here's a little bumblebee friend right here. Oop, there's two of them. And I will include up above a picture of, we had a bunch of honeybees come through the other day. They were just coming through and resting, and this is the best shot I got because it was actually over in my neighbor's yard, but it was really cool, and I thought I'd share that with you as well. All right, guys, that's the whole yard. There wasn't too many really big flowers. Some of my friends had a lot better luck with cool looking weeds, if you will, but I'm happy with how it went, and I'm excited to do it again next year. Here comes my cat. Thanks for joining me, and up next you'll see my get to know me tag. So join me for that, stick around, and yeah, thanks for being here. Hey everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and film the get to know me tag that my friend Ashley tagged me in. I'm gonna link her channel right here as well. I really love her channel, so if you don't already follow her, you should definitely go check her out. And yeah, so I also need to get ready for the morning, so I figured we'd go ahead and get ready and just talk about the questions. So there's just five questions, and yeah, so we'll get started. First, getting ready. I'm just gonna do simple makeup today. I'm really tired. We got a new kitty, and she just has taken a lot of work, so she's been keeping us up at night. And also my partner hasn't been feeling well, and yeah, so it's just been a long weekend. It's Monday. I'm actually filming this the morning that I'm going to put up this video, which I rarely do. So if it's up late in the day, which I know has kind of been the case lately a lot, that is the reason that it is today. I'm trying to get better about getting it posted earlier on Mondays. But yeah, we'll get there. So anyways, I just had these little eye patches on because, like I said, I didn't get a lot of sleep, so I had big bags under my eyes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I already did my skincare, and we're just gonna do powder because I find powder to be the easiest. And this is my favorite foundation, probably of all the foundations I use. This is a Lima Pure, and it's the Satin Matte Foundation, and this is in Neutral 1. And I really like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with that. So yeah, the first question in the Get to Know Me tag is, are you left or right-handed? And I am right-handed, but my littlest, my 6-year-old, is left-handed. He's the only one in the family, well, in the immediate family. My grandmother was left-handed. So, and my best friend is left-handed and her son is right-handed. So we always tease that our sons got mixed up and that we should swap, because both of us, when we're helping our little ones, because they're at that age of learning to write, we need to help each other. I need her to help me teach him how to be left-handed, and she needs my help to teach him how to be right-handed, her son how to be right-handed. Anyways, but yeah, no, so I'm right-handed, but I'm learning a lot about how the world is built for right-handed people as I'm trying to help my left-handed son navigate the world. That's always interesting. And then, yeah, so I went ahead and got that all done. Sorry, I'm gonna look in my mirror over here because I can just see better in it. Just doing a light coverage. Really buffing it out is the trick with these mineral foundations, is getting it a nice buff so you don't end up with any cakiness and it just kind of melts into the skin. This powder is so finely milled. It is really absolutely my favorite. In fact, I thought, you know, because I have dry skin, that I would prefer a cream foundation, but I've yet to find a cream foundation that doesn't cling to my dry patches very much. The Pacifica All Light one I can use if I really prep my skin with oil ahead of time, and it doesn't cling, but yeah, I was surprised that, you know, a powder actually works better. And then I'm going to use, just for a little spot coverage, I'm going to use the Alima Pure concealer in Sand. And then it's a powder concealer. So the next question is, are you single or taken? And I am somewhere in between. I am legally married. I talked about this in my last Get Ready With Me. But I know a lot of people had challenges with their marriages during this really stressful time in all of our lives. Mine had some unique challenges, and we've kind of come together as a partnership. I'm not really looking actively to go outside of that partnership right now. It would definitely be something we would talk about if we were to decide to do something like that. But for now, we're taking care of our kids and we're coexisting together and we're taking care of each other. We love each other. You know, we've been together almost 22 years. And yeah. So, and it says if you're taken, how'd you meet? But so I guess I will go over how we met, since we are coexisting and doing our partnership thing. We both worked overnights at Walmart, stocking shelves, and I worked in the toy department and he worked right next door in the pet department, and he kind of stalked me, and I was like, oh, he's not really my type, not really into him. And yeah, it just, over months of getting to know each other, I changed my mind about wanting to get to know him more, and so we started hanging out, watching Monty Python, old Monty Python sketches. He had the whole collection, Monty Python Flying Circus, and he knew I loved Monty Python. So yeah, I kind of bonded over Monty Python, and he's really into movies and cinema, and kind of got me into that. I previously didn't watch a lot of cinema because I grew up really conservative Mormon, and didn't watch anything that wasn't really Disney growing up. And so, yeah, kind of bonded over, you know, cinema, and he showed me like a ton of things I'd never seen before, and yeah, anyways, and the rest is history, as they say. So now that I have my base done, I'm going to do kind of just a monochromatic pink look today, just to be really simple. So I'm using this the one Baby palette by Lawless. I really like this palette for a neutral look. So I think I'm just going to go in to this pink color here. So yeah, so the third question is, what are 3 positive traits you see about yourself? So I'm really good at talking to people. I'm kind of an introvert, actually. A lot of people, when they first meet me, think I'm an extrovert because I'm so good at, you know, basic conversation and talking to people and, you know, just making people feel comfortable. I think that a lot of that comes from my trauma. I needed to make people feel comfortable for me to feel safe when I was younger. So it's actually a defense mechanism that kept me feeling safe, was to learn how to make other people feel safe so that I didn't feel like they were threatening to me. And yeah, but it turned out to be a good life skill because I definitely have the ability to have easy conversations with people. A lot of people say, you know, they feel comfortable talking to me. They feel heard and listened to. So yeah, I think that's definitely a good trait. And then another good trait is, sorry, I'm looking at my paper because I kind of pre-thought some of this out because I didn't want to ramble too much, which is also something I tend to do. I think I'm a good cook. That's the other thing I wrote. I think I'm a pretty good cook. You know, I don't think I'm like a gourmet chef by any means, but I think, you know, like I said, growing up really conservative, learned to cook a lot. That was really something heavily taught to women or girls in the communities I grew up in. And yeah, that benefited me. And I've always, you know, I love food, so I've had an interest in food. And with my family having so many special dietary needs, I've really had to even expand that further and learn how to cook with different types of foods, different things, you know, dairy-free, gluten-free. And so I think that's just made me an even better cook over time, is learning. So I'm just putting this on one of these smudge brushes and just going under the eye. But yeah, so I think I'm a pretty good cook. And then my last thing, the third thing I put is, one of my good traits is my integrity. I grew up, again, with high morals, and I am the person that telling a lie is like super hard for me. I'm not a person that can lie. You know, I one time got a bunch of extra stuff. Well, not a bunch of extra. I had gotten a play table, sand table from Toys R Us back, you know, when Toys R Us was a thing, for my son. And then instead of loading one in my car, they loaded a whole box of them, like a whole, oh, what do you want to call it? Anyways, they loaded 3 of them that came in a big container together, thinking that it was one. And everybody was like, oh, you should just keep it. They don't care. And I was like, I can't. It was like that episode of Friends where Phoebe's like getting that money in her bank account. It's like, not mine, not mine, not mine, is what she's thinking. Every time she, you know, walks, that's what she's going to hear. That's how I feel. Like I can't do it. So I took it back to Toys R Us and they were like, oh my gosh, nobody ever does that. Thanks for bringing it back. And whatever. Anyways, I'm not trying to brag because honestly, it actually leads into one of the next question, which is, what are 3 negative traits? And I think my integrity can be a negative trait sometimes because I think I take it too far. You know, there's sometimes where people don't need to know everything. And it's something I'm learning to kind of hone in. I'm just deepening up the corner with this chocolate brown right here. Like, they don't need to know everything, all the details, and sometimes it's better off, you know, not saying things for the benefit of peace. I mean, I do believe in, you know, speaking truth and things like that, and not saying things to make other people feel comfortable just for the sake of making people feel comfortable. If it's important and if it affects other people, especially, you know, I definitely think you should speak up and things like that. But there's times, you know, where my integrity gets in the way, and sometimes where I project my own high moral compass that I, you know, struggle with. It is a struggle, because when you're raised in such a conservative religion, it can really mess with your head of, you know, the need to be perfect, right? And then I project that onto other people, and sometimes, and I don't allow them to have their faults. Even though that is my intention in life, is to let other people have their faults, because I think it's so important for people to be able to fail and try again and be given second chances. That's just definitely something I really believe in. And yeah, so it's just something I struggle with. So that's my first negative trait, as well as my positive trait. And then my second negative trait is what I'm doing right now. I'm a high verbal processor, so I talk things out. I don't keep things in my head. I don't think things through in my head. I talk them out, and it is overwhelming to other people sometimes, especially people in my family, like my son, who is a more internal processor and gets overwhelmed by excessive talking. Like, I've really had to learn to be more concise with him in order to allow his brain to work and understand what I'm trying to convey to him, because otherwise his brain just kind of shuts off and says, it's too much information, I can't pay attention. Sorry, I'm using this Aether palette, which unfortunately they don't make anymore. It's the Crystal Charge Cheek palette in rose quartz, and I'm using this kind of like dusty rose color. Anyways, yeah, so I've had to learn to try to be more concise. It's not something I'm great at yet. I'm working on it, like I said. That turned out a lot. I think I must have had grabbed a little bit of pink from the other side on accident. Well, we'll put a little pink on this side. It's not quite what I was going for, but we'll balance it out. I think I actually dipped into the bright pink because I was talking. Anyways, dull that down. So yeah, my high verbal processing, which does make me good at talking to people, but also makes it difficult for people that are overwhelmed by a lot of verbal processing. And my third negative trait, I would say, is that I have really high anxiety because of my PTSD. I'm a really, really anxious person, and I spin. Like, I will get myself in tailwind, and I will just take off with a thought, and I can't let it go. So that's definitely something that I've been working on with my therapist, just trying to catch myself before I go off on a tailspin and can't, you know, bring myself back down from that. And yeah, unfortunately, anxiety is, this is the one pencil by Seymour. Something I've just dealt with, you know, pretty much my whole life. I'm not going to do this right in the camera because I don't want to gross anybody out. Through yoga, I did a therapy called iRest, which was super helpful. It's really great for PTSD. And a dear friend of mine did training for it, and she's amazing. Her name is Janice, and she's an incredible human, and she's helped me through a lot of things, and learn to feel into safety and all those things that somebody with complex PTSD struggles with. So yeah, definitely my high anxiety, and I feel bad because a lot of times my anxiety gets project it onto my children and then they feel anxious. So that's something I've been trying to be more aware of and not create anxiety for my kids, because I don't want them to grow up feeling anxious. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and put on my mascara, and do my brows, and then I will be right back. All right, so I'm back. I just used my Fit Glow mascara, this Kimiko eyeliner. This is the best match I found for my brows in coffee. I kind of have brown hair with a lot of red in it, so it's hard. I end up finding either it's too brown or too red usually in most brow products, but I really like that one. And then I used this Pacifica Highest Def hemp brow fiber. And then for the final touch, I'm just gonna use this Fit Glow lip serum in Gospel. I really like these serums. They're quite expensive, but you can usually get them on sale if you keep an eye out. And there's a lot of product in them. It's usually that most lip glosses have like 5 mils and these are 10 mils. So you're getting twice as much product, and they're just really nourishing and feel good on the lips. Okay. So that is the look for today. My hair is a huge mess. I need to wash it, and so I'll probably just put it back in a simple bun until I wash it tonight. And yeah, so that's probably how we'll wear the hair today. Just like that. And so anyways, the last question is, where do you see your channel in 5 years? And I don't know, 5 years is a long time from now, but I hope that it's still, if I'm still doing it, that it continues to be a creative outlet for me. It continues to be something that I enjoy and is fulfilling and creates connections for me. And yeah, and I hope that you're here with me. So I hope you enjoyed the garden, Mow May, not garden, yard, I'm British or something, the yard tour for Mow May. It has since been mowed. And I did end up actually pruning the grapes, and they look really fabulous. I might include a picture, but I don't know. It's pretty rainy out today. I don't know if I can get a good picture of them. And yeah, up next is a quick Dollar Tree haul, items I picked up the other day, and I hope you enjoy that as well. Thanks for joining me, guys. So I apologize if you can hear my neighbor's dog barking in the background. But I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I picked up at the Dollar Tree today. We just needed a couple things, and I thought it'd be fun to go check out what the Dollar Tree had. And this is what we ended up picking up. So my son's birthday is in July, my 6-year-old. And so we picked up a few things that we thought would be nice for his birthday. He's been really wanting a boomerang. He's been making them out of everything. So this is actually surprisingly, I don't know if it's because with the increased cost at the Dollar Tree that they'll be able to source better plastics, but this feels like really good plastic and like it won't break. So I was pretty excited to find that. And then I've never seen one of these before. It's a bubble flying disc. It says, let's see. Oh, I think the instructions are on the back here. It says that you just put it in the bubble solution and you throw it. And it creates bubbles. So my son really likes bubbles still, even though he's turning 7. And I thought that would be fun for the summer. So we got that for him. And then he's also been really wanting a hula hoop for a while. Sorry, my garage is a mess, but this is the only place I could film this without my son seeing his presents. So they had little hula hoops. He's been really wanting a hula hoop. And then, of course, I had to get one for me so I could show him how to hula hoop. So we got a couple hula hoops, and they have sound inside of them, so that's fun. And they're kind of cheap and plasticky, but, you know, I'm sure it will last a season, and then it will be done. But if he decides he likes them, we can get a better hula hoop later. And then I ordered a whole bunch of toilet paper, but it's not here yet, so I went ahead and just picked up 2 rolls of toilet paper. And this is the coffee they had at my Dollar Tree. I've obviously never tried it. It's just a plain called coffee, no branding. But I needed coffee, so I thought I'd give it a try. It's a pretty good price, $1.25 for 6 ounces. So I got 2 of those. Hopefully it's not terrible, but I'll drink terrible coffee anyways. I'm the person who will drink 7-Eleven coffee, you know what I mean? And then we needed some batteries for our remotes, so we picked up a thing of batteries, a couple things of Lay's potato chips. Such a good deal of these at the Dollar Tree. So picked up 2 of those. And then I normally buy the whole wheat Ritz crackers for my son, but he's almost out and he eats them daily. So went ahead and got these gold round crackers. We'll see if he likes them or not. And then he also needed some like little snack crackers. So I thought we'd try these breakfast blueberry biscuits. He really likes blueberry. And they have 1.5 grams of fiber. We can't really see that. And he needs fiber in his diet. So got him those. And then for my eldest son's nighttime medicine, he needs hydration liquid. So picked up 2 of these. I thought that was a really good price, and we'll see if he likes these. They look like they're kind of like liquid IV. Looks like it's trying to be that kind of drink. And I'm not seeing a flavor on here anywhere, so I'm not sure what the flavor is, but that's why we only got 2. And then I got, of course, wouldn't be any shopping trip if I didn't get some fries. And I just thought I'd clarify, the reason we eat so much fries and potatoes in our house is because my partner has celiac, and so we eat a lot of gluten-free items. And so to replace the, bread we would normally have, or for the carb, we do potatoes. And potatoes are high in vitamin C. I know they get a bad rap for being fried, but with my kids' high metabolisms, the extra fat, I'm not too worried about. And we eat regular potatoes too. But yeah, these are just an easy thing to throw on the side of a meal and have that carb that they need. And my kids won't eat the sweet potato fries. I like sweet potato fries, but my kids don't like them. So we do potatoes. And then my son, his doctor is asking him to start a FODMAP diet. So he really likes hot sauce, but hot sauce has garlic in it a lot, and you can't have garlic on a FODMAP diet. So I found this one that's FODMAP approved at Dollar Tree and thought, okay, we'll let him try it. And if he likes it, we'll get a bigger one next time from a different store, or I'm going to price check it and see how much it costs out, like Walmart or whatever. And if it's cheaper there, I will get it there. But if it remains cheaper at the Dollar Tree, I'll go back there to pick it up. And it comes in a glass bottle. So anyways, I'm rambling on. And then my partner found these Zoa energy drinks. He had got them at grocery outlet for an insanely cheap price. I think he paid like 33 cents a piece for them at the grocery outlet, but they don't have them anymore. So he was excited when we found these at the Dollar Tree. Obviously they're more money, but they're still cheaper than like a Red Bull. And he really enjoyed them. So we got a couple of those for him. And then because my teenager was watching my 6-year-old while we were at the store, I told him I would bring him home something to drink. It's a hot day today. So I got him this Frosty Blue Lemonade, which these used to come in like glass bottles, and he would always pick these out at the store. So I was stoked to see them at the Dollar Tree, especially this bigger size. And then they only had one, otherwise I would have bought my littlest one of these as well. So I picked up my 6-year-old a vitamin water because I knew he would be sad if his brother had a treat and he didn't. And then my partner and I were both thirsty. Like I said, it's really hot outside, so he got this, what is it? Mountain Dew Voltage Raspberry. He really liked it. And I got Diet Pepsi, and we both got one of these. It's already eaten. We ate it in the car because we were both hungry. This Old Wisconsin Smokestack. It was pepper jack cheese. It was really good, and they're gluten-free, so that was cool. Anyways, that's everything. I will put my total here at the top of the screen. And until next time, guys, thanks for joining me, and peace.